Hello guys, good morning for me. I just woke up and I've been editing a video and I actually was just like gonna rip my hair out about how terrible my bookcases look in my videos. Like they just look like a junkyard, and honestly that's kind of what they are unfortunately right now. Just because I kind of got everything, I put it in, and then I'm like, looking at it and I'm like, what is this? Like before I had this big box up there, I have all these boxes. I have just like a lot of ugly things on the bookcases. And then I have all of the storage in my desk kind of like empty for a lot of it. So I'm thinking that it's time to redo the bookshelves, and this is not the best time to do them, but I'm actually feeling just like so manic. Like I haven't had breakfast and all I've done is just like look at this and be like, I need to do it right now. Okay, so here's my dirty secret is from up here. It looks okay. I'm still not happy with it. But when you turn the corner, I have these really ugly boxes of stuff. So I think that I want to get rid of these and actually just put more magazines. And these are just like papers. Like there's literally bags of paper. So I think that I want to put these in the closet actually, and then just fill these up bookshelves with more books. I originally thought that keeping my sewing machine here would make me use it more, but it's actually been kind of the opposite effect, to be honest. I think because it's not with the other stuff, it just makes me feel like I don't have everything in one place all the time. So I think that I'm actually going to move this into my storage closet. And I think that that will give me more space as well to make these bookshelves look more interesting. So I'm going to start with just taking everything off the bookcases and kind of figure out what else I have around the house that I can put into them. I did a little bit of research just now just to look at like, is this possible? Like if I take everything down, am I going to regret it like immediately? And the answer might be yes to that. But what I'm going to do is just like, if it's down, it's got to be better. I think that the bookcases is what I've learned is like it's iterations. It's not about like doing it well the first time. I feel like it takes one or two goes at it. But the thing is that we have the room to make this look better. And I think I just need to get it done with right now. I need to rip all the books off the case and kind of sort them and figure that out. So not only does this need to be a nice looking bookcase, it's also one that needs to be extremely functional. So I can't just choose to flip the books around because it looks nice. The idea is that I can still find exactly what I'm looking for. And so we need to make these functional as well as pretty. And I think that when I was doing this, like function definitely overtook the aesthetic. Now with bookcases, I don't know what it is. It's like the one thing that I really struggle with in design is like making bookshelves look good. And I realized because most of my bookshelves are all books essentially, and they don't have all of those layers and that sort of thing. So I headed over to the internet and kind of looked through some articles and, have watched some videos on how to make bookcases look better. And I'm realizing that I lean towards maybe just like the sheer amount of volume of books I have because they're mostly magazines. It really puts in perspective how much a bookshelf can hold. Look at all this stuff. I even have all this here. Everything just feels really dull, right? Obviously, I'm going to finish the wallpaper up here, but I'm thinking like, do we wallpaper the backs of these? Like I do have a bunch left of this wallpaper. Is it too much of the same thing? Should I paint them like red? Should I paint them like a mural? Or I could have something in the background. I could paint them a completely different color to bring a new color in. I feel like I'm full of ideas right now and it's feeling very inspiring. I'm quickly going through and putting books together that I think look good, like these two, for example. I have these ones I'm kind of working on. They're kind of the greens. But I saw a rule online that said put books that look similar together. And I think that this is kind of like, these are all blue and navy, and these are all black. These are the gray ones. We have brown. And so I think that that's going to be the first chunk that I break up. Then we have all these National Geographics, and obviously we had them in this corner over here before, but I'm thinking that it would be best to sort them by decade and then put the decades into different chunks. That way it's like, we have some here and some here and some here, and that way it looks a little bit better. I also have this insanely big stack of Life magazines, and I do want to kind of keep them by era as well, because I find when I'm looking for the ones that are in the 60s and the 70s, they look very different than the 50s. Then I have these boxes that are originally at the bottom, and they obviously just do not go together. This might be the one thing that I go and try to purchase, just like 3 other boxes, 2 small ones, 1 big one. They kind of have the same vibe, and that way it'll kind of go better versus right now where they're just kind of random. Now, I would truly do anything to make these look like actual built-in shelves, and what I've kind of been looking at from other ones is the built-ins. They don't have like altering things like this. I think that I need to go in and like make them all the same, like the very top ones. And I wish I could get rid of these cracks as well. I'm looking online and trying to look and see if I can find anything, but I do think the one thing I need to do is make all of these shelves kind of go all the way across and match. Okay, see, I think that looks better already. I then considered where to put this giant box, and I do have space down here, so we might put it down here, but I want to think about it. I'm excited. That means that this opens up this massive shelf, so we could do like a really fun, beautiful shelf there, and then keep these ones as more like functional ones. I'm trying to think of what goes here. It could be this one, but honestly, I really like how this looks. I also have this one next to my desk, which I think would work really well. I'd obviously have to fix the hole here, but it sounds like I'm going to be painting a lot more. My sister got me this artwork. I really like it. I'm just wondering if it's big. When deciding how to do your bookshelves, one of the things that I like to do is really study the images that I liked. So a lot of them had these bigger open shelves with a big piece of art in the background and some smaller things in front. Obviously, these are not books, but I liked the variety of having shelves that had art and display, and also the pieces that had books. And lucky for me, I have enough storage that I don't need to display all my books on these shelves. The next thing that I really noticed in a lot of these is that they had a variety of if the books were horizontal or vertical. And that's what I tried to do here, making sure that when I had these little book piles, there was some that are horizontal and then having some that were vertical right next to them. I also decided that all the pieces that were similar had to go together. So for example, this one had all the 1950s Life magazines are going to go in one place, and all the 1960s and 70s and 80s Life magazines were going to go in another spot. Before, my Life magazines were kind of mismatched into other pieces, and so I liked having them separate from the other ones, because when I am looking for a Life magazine image, I wanted to be able to find them. Since these pieces are so old and fragile, the spines aren't really in the best condition, but I figured if they're all together, at least it has the same texture and it'll blend a little bit better. Since I have so many of the 1950s, I decided to give them their own shelf to start. I wanted to give this stack space to grow. So this is where I got to last night. I think it looks definitely a lot better, but it obviously needs some work still. I wasn't really sure what to do here, and at the top, these are the books that I use the least, so I decided to put them there. And then I decided to make this area for my 1970s National Geographic. These are all 1970, which is crazy. I didn't realize that I have so many from that era. I think I'm actually thinking of moving all of these ones up here just because these are ones that I use less. And I still have a lot of piles to go. So because I have space down here, I'm thinking I'm actually going to put this down here, which I think makes more sense. So where I'm at now with it is I feel like this side is way too colorful compared to this one, so I'm just gonna try to balance that a little bit more. One trait I wildly underestimated in these bookshelves was how symmetry would affect them. And so here you can see that now that the yellow is on both sides, it feels a little bit more balanced. By bringing in a second vase, I was able to create this balance, and I added a fake plant just to match it for now. You can also see on both sides I added these piles of magazines with the spines to the back, and a piece of art on the left as well. And then I made this vase with flowers on the opposite sides so that they would match. I felt like having variety but also similarities on both sides really helped. As for these boxes, I haven't really found something that I liked, so for now they're gonna stay there. My husband made me this in, I think, 2022, and we always planned to paint it and put lights behind it, and we never did, but it's just been sitting in the closet, and I brought it like through every move with me, so I think Now I'm just gonna like lean it up at the top before we like, you know, actually get to doing it. But I do want to do that this year. When I went to Collage Fest, I decided to do an art swap with a lot of the artists. So I have these like beautiful pieces that other collage artists have done. Obviously they're going on the wall. I'm just gonna figure out where these need to go. And also I found my original Goldie fly. I think that would be like a nice addition just because it's more white. To break up the space. I'm going to try to put it in this wall as well. One thing I've learned by having a gallery wall with a fun patterned background is it's way more forgiving when you have to space them out. You can do them whatever spacing you want and it looks so good. Versus when you have white walls, it really matters the spacing in between them. You can tell the difference. Next little upgrade for this space is I finally got an office chair that I really like. I feel like it's been so long that I've been looking and they're all just so ugly. I don't even know where to begin with this. It's very similar to the scanner. I'm sorry, I am a designer and I do get very offended with bad design, but I was just very shocked by how terrible some of them looked. If they were ergonomic, they were then ugly and black, and in my space, I don't have any other black, so I wasn't hoping to keep that color in the space. And so it made this very difficult to find a chair that also offered back support while also being ergonomic and pretty and comfortable. And so, you know, I fell for one of the ads on TikTok, I did, but this one was worth it. Honestly, this is like the best chair I've ever felt. It's so comfortable and I really like it, and I've sat in it now for about a month and it's been perfect. Not to mention I can sit cross-legged or with the cat in my lap, no problem. After years of resistance, I also got one of these carts because they were only $20 on Michael's website, so I highly recommend checking that out if you've ever wanted to get one. If you've watched some of my past videos, I got this amazing easel and it's been working perfectly for me, but it's been able to help me expand my art practice to painting as well as collage. And I just gotta say, wow, this space has come together so well. I love every aspect of it now. I feel like I can actually be in here without ripping out my hair thinking about how horrible the shelves were. Who knew there was so much to styling bookshelves? Definitely not me. So although that was extremely chaotic, I feel like I'm so glad that I did it. I have a month-long challenge coming up where I'm going to be accessing all of these papers, and it's going to be so much more easy knowing where everything is now. And if you're interested in following that challenge, it's called Februllage. I'm a collage artist, so it's one prompt every day for the whole month of February. I'm going to be making pieces. If you're interested in following that journey, you can head over to Instagram. I'm at Flanzella, and I'd love if you subscribe so that you can watch me create all 28 pieces throughout the next month. If you've walked into one of your rooms lately, seen the bookshelves, and thought, ugh, that's ugly, this is your reminder to go do them because this feels so great. I feel really inspired about this space now, and I'm so excited to bunker down and just be in here for the next 28 days. I'll see you guys next week for that challenge. Bye.